Hey guys, and welcome back to Become a God. In this episode, I actually have like a two-part special, but with two different decks, and they have been created by Modgnik, a very well-known player within the community, probably one of the most creative deck builders Faeria has ever known. And Modgnik has given me two decks, and I've been playing them on my stream, and they are very, very spicy. I really wanted to share them with you guys, so I'm going to start off today by playing Yellow Fish Rush. I didn't really know what to call it. It's just kind of Fish Rush. This is a combo aggro deck that uses the Path to Paradise, along with stuff like Sky Anemone, the Skyward Swordfish, and Crystal Flower to lock your opponent's threats in place while you continue to push damage with the Demonic Salmon and other haste creatures. So you have to really plan your turns. It is a combo orientated deck because you kind of go off in one turn generally and then just chip away over time. I can't promise I'll get any wins with this. This is a Modgnik creation. Modgnik kind of knows how to pilot his own decks, and then it takes a while for me to really pick them up. But this is, like I said, this is one of two decks featuring in the next couple of episodes of Become a God. Right, so let's get into the matches. And like I said, can't promise any wins, but I will definitely try my best. Let's see how this deck performs. Alright guys, into our first match here. Sometimes I don't even know what to mulligan with this deck. I generally try and keep a fish and a prey. A fish and a prey, and it'll take us a long way. Now, when you start this deck off, you start off with your Path to Paradise mountains, and then you build your deserts, and then you go in. That is the general plan. It's going to be a Recurrent Reveler, okay. And yeah, we slowly just build towards causing some trouble here. And you generally don't go off till turn 3 or 4. That's when you get enough kind of gas to do whatever you want. I can actually go off straight away depending on what Happy Joe gets up to. It's just going to be another Recurrent Reveler. Takes the Explore and Collect. So this does allow me to push some damage this turn, if I want to. Like I said, it's a complicated deck. Let's do this. And let's get a path here. Take the fish. Go in, take the prey. Gonna buff us just out of range. Take our other fish here. Yep, feels good. And then we will block the collection with the Skyward Swordfish. And that's kind of the Swordfish job. This is kind of durable taunter that can actually deal a fair amount of damage on its own. So we're just trying to cause problems here for our opponent. We have a Crystal Flower if anything big comes down. So let's say, I don't know, Cypher or Ground Shaker, even Ogre Battler. If any of those cards come down, I can just swallow that up and continue to apply the pressure and build our momentum. Goes for the one hit there into the Sagami Warrior. Gonna block. Okay. That's kind of interesting. So I can clear this. Let's take a draw. Let's try and get another prey. I'm gonna smile. Okay, we'll take the collection. I'm gonna hit onto here. I'm gonna move onto this mountain. Take the other hit, and then we'll go for a fairy. And we're gearing up the fairy to move onto this land if we can. I'm not expecting everything to live. We might see a firestorm come down this turn, and no, it's just gonna be a scoop from our opponent. That was a very quick match. I usually play 5 games. I'm just gonna play as many matches until I feel that we've had enough content for this deck. But there we have it, game number 1 in the bag already. Let's get into another match. Alright guys, we're going up against Teddy. Now Teddy knows what's going on with this deck. Modgnik actually beat Teddy. I was spectating. I had to go away for a little while, and I came back and I saw the progress that Modgnik had made against Teddy, and I was pretty amazed. So that's why I'm playing this deck. It was Modgnik inspired me, and this looks like it's going to be some form of rush deck. Okay. get to start things off early with the Flash Salmon. It's pretty good. Desert into Demonic Salmon. Hit from my opponent. Maybe I should have actually explored there to stop the salmon. Fortunately, I did not. Like I said, I'm not going to play this deck perfectly. I have a lot to learn. And my opponent's already ahead of me in the race, unfortunately. I'll just go in. It just finds us a smile. It gives us more salmons to work with. It's not bad. Prayer. That's what I wanted. I wanted a prayer. These are some quick games so far. Monk. Yeah, Yellow Rush probably has a pretty good matchup against this, just because they can race just as fast. And they have Yellow Rush has removal as well. Is that double salmon? No, Monk Salmon. Yep, and that's just gonna be game, guys. Like I said, there's no limit to how many games I play today. In this episode, I'm just gonna keep playing until I feel satisfied. But yeah, we'll throw Natal to Teddy here, and another quick game concluded. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep playing, and hopefully we'll get some more interesting games coming up. Alright guys, another match here. I'm going to keep the Path to Paradise. Double Path to Paradise, alright. It's better if no one knows what this deck is. And that's always been kind of the thing with Combo Rush. If your opponent has no idea what you're playing, then Combo Rush can be pretty devastating. I will take the Explore. We're actually playing a lot of Rush Mirrors right now. I'm not sure how well this deck fares in a Rush Mirror. And Modgnik's decks are always very unique and very interesting and very stylized. I actually played the other deck against Red Rush, and he was like, you just don't win this matchup. And I ended up winning it, and I was really surprised, actually, that I managed to win that match. This could actually work out for me very well. So I can do this now. I can do double path. Because that means I get to hit face first. Go to Iona Smile. Pick up that Flash Salmon. Now, I didn't actually fully utilize the double path, but at least I hit first. And then next turn, I can Flash Salmon, cycle the Flash Salmon, hopefully pick up a Prey, so I can maybe go into Swordfish as well. And yeah, this deck also packs stuff like Sky Enemy, so if you're in a race situation, you can just like slot Sky Enemies down and just like lock them into place. Make life very difficult. It's going to be a Wind Soldier. Clear this up. Fair enough. Yellow Rush is going to be a bit difficult because they just have so many good removal options for our cards. But other matchups won't. Like, other matchups I can imagine just can't handle something like this, especially like slow, greedy decks. All of a sudden, they've got two Demonic Salmons and a Swordfish kind of lurking around and, like, causing lots of problems. But yeah. The Yellow Rush is not the matchup we want to play against. I'm actually kind of glad I'm playing this deck now instead of the other deck, because the other deck, although I did beat the Red Rush matchup, I'm not too optimistic about it, I must be honest. Let's get the Flash Salmon going. Get the Prey, +1. Get the Swordfish down. We're just gonna go onto this tile here. Get another Path to Paradise. So Path to Paradise plus Wind Soldier is 5 damage. Then you have Path to Paradise plus a Flash Salmon or a Demonic Salmon. That's 3 damage. So you can kind of like find lethals around Path to Paradise. So keep that in mind when playing the deck. If you're looking to push extra damage, see how much Path makes for you. And be aware it's only the first creature that is summoned on the land that actually gets the power up. So don't make any mistakes like I did earlier, where I played my Skyward Swordfish first on the Path to Paradise Land, where I should have played my Flash Salmon to clear an enemy's creature. So just take that into consideration. I see a demonic salmon come down. And this deck doesn't really pack any removal. You kind of have to flower and enemy things just to stay alive, and then just chip away at them or go for a big combo finish. Yeah. That's not good at all. Yeah, this is not looking good, guys. This is not looking good. I needed a Flash Salmon there, and then draw off the Kalim's Prey, and then maybe go into a Shadow Silk after. But yeah, I'm getting outraced here. I was ahead, but then the Wind Soldier removed the Salmon, and then the Flower obviously ate up. This is why the Yellow Rush matchup is so bad, guys. It's just, yeah, it's pretty dire. I don't want to backpedal, but you know what, we're gonna have to do it since we're not picking up Sky and enemies to keep things in check. Yeah, Yellow Rush kind of miserable, actually. These two games I've just played are my first times playing against Yellow Rush with this deck, so I wasn't aware how bad it really is, and it's pretty awful. It's just because they basically do the same thing, but with more removal options. That's the biggest problem. Right, we're gonna just see if we can find anything worthwhile off the prey. Demonic Salmon. Maybe I should have considered Path Salmon. Clear this and then clear this. But even then, like, it's not looking good, is it? Sky and enemy. Sure. Stick the Sky and enemy. That's taunted up already. A bit of an awkward position, actually. I want to taunt up both, but I can't really do it. And then we can go for the Shadow Silk, in hopes that the Shadow Silk maybe finds me another prayer or something. Demon's actually helping us in some ways, but it's looking pretty bleak. We're already on 6 life. This can easily be lethal. I mean, Shaitan can hit the Sky enemy, and then the Demonic Salmon can hit my face. Might not be able to finish me this turn. Oh, is it just Spirit Theft? +1 Soul Drain? Yeah. Okay. See? Removal. Removal is the bane of this deck's existence. 5, put me down to 1. So, Wind Soldier. Alright, let's pray. Another Wind Soldier. I do need Sky enemies. Crystal Flower. See, if I picked up a Sky an enemy and with this Crystal Flower, I could have potentially stuck around for a little longer. Yeah, I could Crystal Flower, I'd say this. And then Sky an enemy here. Which just makes it awkward. But then again, like, a haste creature would just finish me off. So there we have it. Never lost to Yellow Rush. It's been hard to kind of The thing with this deck is it's very much like old combo rush decks. They either like completely dominate or they get completely ran over. So it's kind of like a 50-50, you could say, with how this deck is played. But we'll get into another game. You know, like I said, we're just going to keep playing. And hopefully we'll get another matchup that isn't rush. Alright, another match here. Let's throw away the... Selfish is not too bad, actually. Mountain. Maybe we want to find a path instead. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So yeah, we've got some ways to like just start accelerating our hand advantage, but also our Faeria advantage as well. This will hit for 1, gain 2, draw a card, and this will die and draw a card as well. Start digging into our deck to find answers. Water Elemental, okay. That's a very good answer. Take the forest. Hopefully we pick up the Path to Paradise, and then we can go for a Flash Summon play quite early. Alright. Let's take the desert. So this is more like it. This is kind of how the deck really plays. Like I said, turn 3, 4 are your swing turns where things start to happen. Let's see, a Battletoads. It's fine. Okay. Explore into the desert. Let's get the Flash Salmon going. Prayer. Wind Soldier. It's actually very good. Maybe not this turn, but the next turn for sure. We'll just go into... We'll just go into double Swordfish here. And then we can drop an enemy. Here. Even kill. Actually, let's just kill this frog. Right, so the plan is to keep these swordfish intact. We're going to cycle this now for another flower. So if anything big comes down, we can just flower that. And I've actually had a line of 3 flowers here before, and just flowering everything that came down. I was against mono green, I think, and it was like a Verdant Force, a Corrupt Neko, and a Faeria Golem. I managed to just crystal flower them all. So this is going to go in and apply pressure. Mirror Phantasm. Okay. And then we'll see what's next. A Forbidden Library. Okay. And more Battletoads. So lots of nuisances for us to answer. Take a draw. There's a Path to Paradise. Okay. Okay, so we can clear this. Do I just push 8? If I push 8, how much do I take? I take 12 on the backswing. My opponent goes down to 9, and I just have lethal with the Wind Soldier. But I have to use the Wind Soldier in order to push 8. I could just bank on a draw. If I swallow, I take 7. Put me dead to 8. Gonna be 1 off lethal. I could just be dead to Aurora. That's another thing as well. So I probably just flower. We're gonna flower here because I want to keep this desert in a good place. And I'm going to move here, clear this one, and then move onto the lake, and then take the hit. Now I'm hoping my opponent kind of just focuses on cracking open the flower, Because then I'll just flower this next turn. We also have Path to Paradise, so this is 5 damage. So we're not at lethal just yet, but we're close. Oh, actually, no. I tell a lie, we are at lethal. Because obviously it's 5 damage. So yeah, if we do, if these two guys survive, we can be at lethal. This is going to represent lethal. But even if this gets froggified, we can still win from the library tick. So it very much depends on the life gain. Frog's gonna jump and hit the flower by the looks of it. Yeah, so Frogify is fine. 6. That's going to be 5, 11, tick from the library, 13. So that is going to be lethal, unless there's a heal. Oh no, it's just death. Death by library. Okay, let's math this. Oh, well played. Yep, so that's going to be game. Library, just going to make things a little easier for us. Boom, boom, boom. +1, pass. And then the library's going to finish off the match for us. And there we have it. So another win on the board. So we're currently 2-2. Fast games. That one was made a little easier for us. And that's one of the strengths of Combo Rush. If your opponent doesn't really know what it's capable of, like how can you really analyze the reach of the deck? Like how much damage can it realistically deal out in one turn? Obviously opponent didn't know what was going on that time, and it did play to our advantage. So another win on the board. Let's get into another match. Alright guys, another game. Let's see if we can catch Jayori out with this deck. I don't think Jayori has seen this yet. Like I said, we'll see if we can catch him out. Hello, hello. It's a mountain. Okay. We'll show a mountain too. But it's just a debate. We're just debating people. This is what this... It sets a path to paradise, but... It does, it's a bit tricky, you know. It's a bit devious. Alright, take the forest. And he's thinking, is this a green, red, angry rush? Nope. Nope. It's fish. Fish rush. That's what it's called. That's what I've called it. That's what it said on the. Let me have a look. Yeah, fish rush. That's what Modgnik called it. So I've stayed true to the deck's title. Don't like this card. Not a fan. So now I'm starting to reveal the tricks. You know, the problems. Desert comes down. You've seen a forest and a mountain. You think path to paradise. Haste creatures are going to come in and cause problems. That's what these three colors usually mean together. It's a salmon, okay. A salmon is it's a shadow silk fairy, sorry. Excuse me there. Alright. So we're going to go to this side. Let's get a flash salmon off. Get the prayer. Should have played this first. So a bit of a misstep from me. Yeah, we can slot this here. And then we'll put this one here. And we'll put this here. I mean, we could even chuck a sky enemy down as well. So get these swordfish down nice and early. Very durable against mono red. Now Modgnik could be watching this right now and be going, Aqua, what an idiot. You do not know how to play my deck. And it's a good chance that what I decide to do is not what Modgnik would do. Modgnik seems to know his decks in and out. very good knowledge of his own decks. I've made this play simply because I wanted to apply pressure, and I'm applying pressure with high life creatures. So that was that's the plan. I think I've got the hiccups coming. So what's next? Another mountain. Havoc. Havoc. Sad times. There's one Havoc. Hellfire. Oh wow. Cypher's Wrath. And a little bit of sadness to go along with that. Okay. Crystal Flower. Alright, so we're gonna go for +1 into this fish again. Our opponent's just used a lot of Faeria to get rid of that. And then we're gonna Sky an Enemy the Shadow Silk Fairy. Now Sky an Enemy, I think, is a very good way to keep this card in check. It takes 3 turns for this to kill the enemy. We might see like Flame Burst come on this and then move and then gain 2 more events for value. That's fine. I don't mind as long as Flame Burst goes here. But yeah, we should have a bit more control because now, let's say we see +1 Ground Shaker. +1 Ground Shaker, I'm just going to flower that Ground Shaker. Well, I'm just going to flower this. That's what's happening next. So yeah, we'll move up. I need to take +1 for the flower. We'll kill the we'll kill this because it's sitting on our desert. Yeah, we can just go. Yeah, I think it's here. And Baldarian is gone. He's inside the flower. And the reason I've done on the forest is because I could stick like a Shadow Silk in front of my orb or something to protect me. So Shadow Silk could be a good option here if I need to get some time in order to finish off the match. Goes for a +1. Goes for a Flame Burst. Into another Shadow Silk. Okay. So let's taunt this up. Go for the 4. We'll play Shadow Silk here. And then we'll +1. I should probably draw in there actually for a prayer. So now the Shadow Silk's job is just to block a hit onto this. We might just see it move back and take the hammer, which is also a pretty good option actually. But I'm still gonna flower this. I'm still gonna have to flower this regardless. We might like see hammer on this with Cypher's Wrath or something. And we can use this against some Faeria. I'm gonna move this to the left to stop the double collection on the next turn. Yeah. I will take a draw. I want some prayers in my life. Didn't find any. Feels bad. Pick this in the same spot. Take the hit. We're going to cycle the Flash Salmon here. Oh, a Demonic Salmon. About time, really. This is not looking like a win to me right now. I'm not drawing any prayers. I'm not drawing any Path to Paradise. Very much depends how much time I have. We know there's 5 damage in hand, like Flame Burst. It's obviously going to be a big problem. I'm going to take the hammer. Oh, hammer on the fish is pretty good for us, actually. I say the fish. There are a lot of fish in this deck. Very non-specific. It's going to take the hit. +1 Ground Shaker. Yeah, okay. Silver Crystal Flower. This comes back. So the salmon will die. I can deal 1 damage with the salmon. I'm not drawing very well. I do really need to find more damage. So let's take a draw. That's what we need, guys. We need the prayer. To another salmon. Okay. So now we have lethal in hand with the 3 Wind Soldiers. I just need to find the time and the space to pull that off. It's going to be difficult. How do I do this? I'm just thinking, like, I could get a desert here, and that gives me 2, and here. So I have like ways to do it. It's just difficult. Could crack open the boulder. Oh no, the Divine Guardian. That's really bad. This is such a problematic card in my opinion. I'm starting to really dislike it personally by design. It wasn't too bad when it was in like different control decks. But in a red deck, it's really just annoying because red have inevitability. They can build that inevitability with chip damage, whereas a lot of other colors can't do that. And Divine Guardian is just so powerful for that kind of strategy. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, we can sky an enemy in front. We can keep this in check. That's just fine. It's just, my problem now is how do I find this lethal? I probably have to draw. I have another salmon. Yeah, Baldarian is kept in check once again. We can swallow it next turn. I'm gonna have to have like a double lethal. I know that might sound a bit odd, but that's kind of what Divine Guardian's forcing me to do. I need to hit for lethal to kill the Divine Guardian, then hit again to finish off the match. It's not gonna be easy, that's for sure. Path to Paradise would be very helpful. I'd like to find that card pretty soon. So Sky Enemy probably just gonna. I might see a Flame Burst on it. Havoc on it, just to push that 5. Push that 6 actually. This could just set up lethal with a double Flame Burst in the near future. Not the card we are looking for. Kind of story of this match really, just not finding anything worthwhile. Like, I have triple Wind Soldier in hand, but just nothing to really enable it. I will take a draw this turn. Right, okay, so now we can get something going. I can push 3 damage, so I can swallow this. This Hellfire in my opponent's deck. It's very unlikely I'm going to win from here. Push for 3. So I technically have lethal now, but it costs me 9 Faeria. I'm not going to have enough time to get 9 Faeria. Oh wait, wasn't the hammer used on... Did I just miss-see that? So yeah, red taking the win there. It's going to be a tough one, especially with this card. I think like if this didn't exist, this matchup would be still in red's favor, but still be winnable. But this kind of just makes it pretty hard to win the game, unless I just made a lot of mistakes on the way, which is also very, very possible. But let's get into another match. All right, we're up against Soon Kichi. This is not going to be easy. Going up against the gauntlet of players, rank 8, rank 5. Oh dear. But we do have Path to Paradise, so we do have an opener. It's actually good that this. It's actually good this deck isn't too strong. We've had problems with Path to Paradise decks in the past. Unless Modgnik is just the master. And maybe it requires such a high skill ceiling to play this deck. That's when it becomes really good. Which is I'm absolutely fine with that, to be honest. Alright, we can go past this turn. Feels pretty good. Don't want to make a land here because we don't want the corrupt trigger to go off. Desert. And we can actually dash this right next to it, which is really good because it protects it from the Imperial Drake Rider. Next turn we have Wind Soldier or Flash Salmon. So we have some good options. It just depends if the board can be answered in this position. Like Nightmare, Clear. It's not too bad. We can just use the Salmon to cycle. If we pick up a Prey, it puts in a better situation, especially if we get another Demonic Salmon. But yeah, we're looking okay. Goes for collection, into the mobility, gonna initiate a race with the corrupt. Maybe play a Manta Rider. Soul Drain. Flash Wind my guy away. Oh, okay. Not what I was expecting, I will be honest. This is a tricky one. Now the problem I have is currently losing the race. Even if I hit with a salmon, it's only 1 damage. So I'm actually going to take a kind of a different line here. Go for the clear. Now we're going to move down. So we're going to try and taunt up the Drake Rider. The problem is the Drake Rider can just kind of kite me. I can just go to the left here. I don't have any mobility. I'm just getting bopped by these tier 1 decks. The yellow tempo / flyers is just really strong at the moment. Oh, okay. So I can still kind of taunt things up. I'll go +1 into salmon just because I do need to get cycling. And then we can go for the Crystal Flower. So Crystal Flower really saving us in that position. Now we just have the Swordfish kind of keeping things in check. Now, if a Manta Rider was to come down this turn, I can just flower that as well. So I mean, no, actually, I'm okay at the moment. Not bad. The flower definitely saved me. Is that a Manta Rider? Oh, a champion. Okay. So yeah, we just flower this now. Oh, that's really good. So we can even get the salmon started on top of this because we just picked up the prayer. Feels good. Yeah, we can just kind of just chill here. I'll take a draw just to start digging. Spirit Fest salmon me? Yeah. Oh, that's cheeky. Yeah, we're gonna lock this into place. So this gets unleashed pretty soon. I'm hoping I pick up another flower. Actually. Sunsilk Fairy. Interesting. Do find the additional flower here. Pretty good. I'm going to take an Iona Smile. That's what I was looking for. Get that Flash Salmon. I need the Spade. Oh, no, it doesn't work. I messed up. I should have moved here. I need to move this here. It's actually not a big deal. I can't play the Shadow Silk now, which is my problem. I wanted to plus, so if I had moved back and cleared and then salmoned, then hit the +1 Shadow Silk, I'm in a much better position. Hopefully that mistake won't cost me too much. That's for a draw. I don't mind clearing this so much, actually. Mobility, out. Push for 5. Not going to clear the Spirit. Oh man, Spirit Theft's so strong. Now gets a taunt, which I need to now flower that taunt as well. It's not good for me. Right, let's get you here, and let's go for double. So yeah, this deck is doesn't quite match up to the power level of some of the top decks right now. Like Yellow Tempo is incredibly powerful. No surprise after getting a card like this. And you know, this card, even though it's neutral, does actually kind of benefit. Has most benefit in yellow because you have mobility, like we just saw there. That mobility trick going off. Choking Sands into the fish. Okay, so we can Crystal Flower this. Let's get this to draw the cards for us. That's a prayer. I'm gonna block here, then an enemy here. +1 maybe? I don't even know. Like, it's a very difficult deck to pilot. I need the Modgnik brain. Nightmare. Clear out the flower. Yeah, but that is going to be it. I cannot see a way to come back. Oh man. I've done no damage. And there we have it. So never lost there on the board. I'm going to play one more match with this deck. If you like combo aggro decks, you're going to enjoy this, but I am finding it quite difficult, especially against top players like Sunkichi and Teddy. But there we have it. Let's go into our last game. Alright guys, final match. Let's try and make it a win. This is a very good hand to start off. This deck's quite weak to counterplay. Like, counterplay kind of... He kind of all in on like your ways to navigate around your opponent's options. So if you kind of... Let's say I went for Crystal Flower plus a Wind Soul to clear on a creature, and then hit face with 2 salmons. And if my opponent has an answer to the 2 salmons, or even to the Crystal Flower quite early, and I don't have like a follow-up to stop counterplay, it's very difficult. It's going to be Yellow Rush again. Oh, why? Everyone playing Yellow Rush all of a sudden. I say why as a Rush player in this situation, which is a little hypocritical, but I'm playing a wacky Rush deck in comparison. Desert, Air Elemental, no, Demonic Salmon. Prayer. No prayer. Okay. So yeah, we can just do our thing now. I'm gonna take one at the bottom as well, just to stop other kind of like rush creatures coming in like fanatics. Just forcing an answer for this first before my opponent can push more damage, because we're ahead in the race at this point, especially with this salmon. But again, it's the same problems I've had in the other games. Yellow Rush has lots of removal, so Soul Drain is like really good here. Choking Sands is really good here. Like, even if my opponent just went Choking Sands, Soul Drain, hit me, I'm pretty much in a losing position from that point. Okay. Just take the hit. Desert. Spirit Theft. Oh my goodness. Even Yellow Rush is running Spirit Theft at the moment. Follower. And then just put... Is that Choking Sands? This is just another Fairy. And just put Saggy there. Okay. So I have a choice. I either draw 2 events, or I draw with Kaleem's Prayer. I think drawing with... Draw here. Oh, that's such a good draw. Okay. Okay, not too bad now. Oh, wow. Okay. So let's create a desert. Prayer. I can charge 2. 1, 2. Not entirely sure what I want to do here. I could clear this if I go Path. It just seems like a bit of a waste. Like, Path here, Salmon clear. Like I said, it does feel like a bit of a waste. Whereas I could just cycle the Salmon this turn. Maybe I draw more cards. Another Salmon. Let's get another Demonic down. That's actually pretty good. Alright, I feel like we're in a more comfortable position going forward. I can always Crystal Flower the Demonic Salmon if I need to, so that's also an option. What is the answer here? I could have actually just Salmoned the Follower. That would have been okay too, because I still would have got the cycle. Monkey. So I can flower the monkey. But I do need to find myself probably a prayer at this point. Oh no, I could collect with the Fairy. I collect with the Fairy +1. That's okay. Yeah, we'll do that. So collect with the Fairy. We will flash Salmon first because we need it to be in this spot here. So I'm going to put this here. This actually gives a lot of economy. I think I just hit face. It's a little better. It's really hard to say. I have lethal. Okay, so now I have lethal with one Wind Soldier and Path. Takes the hit to get Faeria. Yeah, Path to Paradise plus Wind Soldier. It's pretty good, because I can do it with, as long as this Faeria lives and collects, I can +1 Path to Paradise Wind Soldier. If that fails, I can Path to Paradise Salmon, which is 3 damage. So if this lives, I can finish off with these 2. If this dies, I can finish off with these 2. If this Fairy lives to collect a Faeria for me. I'm guessing this is a Wind Soldier. Yes. Maybe a Zealous? I think this is like a Zealous Demon Wrangler. Okay. What's this card then? Into... Oh, the Shadow Silk. Of course, the Shadow Silk 3. That was stolen. And there we have it. That's going to be lethal. Feels good. Beating Yellow Rush today. I'll take it. Boom. 5 damage. And there we have it. A win against Yellow Rush. The deck that has haunted us throughout this episode. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah. I feel this deck's definitely very interesting. It reminds me of the old combo rush decks with Path to Paradise. Not quite on the power level as the old green-yellow haste, but this is definitely a deck Mino Caro could build upon and play, and he might find something else with it. But yeah, there we have it. And that wraps up this episode of Become a God, featuring Modgnik's Fish Rush deck, a spicy little brew that he shared with me today. And yeah, it was hit or miss. But I think it's a difficult deck to pilot, and I probably piloted it pretty bad. It wasn't my best performance, that's for sure. But if you are kind of a fan of these combo style decks, you probably will enjoy this build. For the next episode, I have another combo deck for you guys, and you'll have to see that when we get to that episode. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, drop a subscribe to keep up to date of when our content goes live. If you'd like to see some decks that I've been playing throughout this expansion, be sure to check out some of the videos on the channel on Become a God and Will It Work. And yeah, I'm just going to continue trying to find new decks that are kind of interesting. We're only in the first half of Fall of Everlife, so we still have a lot more cards to come that will shape the meta game in August. So until next time, guys, take care and enjoy Modgnik's Yellow Fish Rush.